Hey guys, I wanted to get back to Caitlin's question because I thought it was a very good one. So, Caitlin, thank you for being willing to bring your thesis here into the discussion thread and giving me a chance to talk with you about it because you've raised a couple of great points. First of all, let's just read through this. I'm currently working on trying to come up with a thesis since liminality and the details of this paper are more broad and get more detailed as we go. Would it make sense to have a broader thesis? And my first answer to that is no. In 3 pages, you cannot have a broad thesis and tackle it appropriately. You have a very tight job here, which is to define liminality, present the history of it as an idea, and if you have room for it, to apply it to our chapter on voodoo. So don't go broad, go very specific. This paper will define liminality, describe its development as an analytical category, and apply it to the second level of initiation rituals found in Haitian voodoo. Boom. Precise, limited. Then you write, so here's your pitch. Liminality is very common in rituals all around the world, but specifically in rituals in African societies. And this is how precise you need to be. As a reader, I'm thinking, why is it specifically in rituals in African societies? What kind of evidence would you have to bring to substantiate that claim? You would have to bring evidence that says in 90% of African rituals we see it, but we don't in other places. Or perhaps I'm not understanding what you mean when you say but specifically. So if what you mean is in Turner's development of the concept, he applied it to his work in Africa, then that's specific, it's evidence supported, and that's a claim you can make. Next sentence. Gennep, and I refer to him as Van Gennep, I think in the context of, like in the glossaries at the end of books or indexes, you will see him as Van Gennep, not Gennep. But I could be wrong on that. But Van Gennep and Turner helped establish liminality and everything that goes with it. That's not precise enough yet. That's not academic enough language. So when you say they helped establish liminality, you can perhaps establish a foundation or a school, but you can't establish liminality. What they did is they developed an analytical concept to describe the work they saw happening repeatedly in the ritual process. So they didn't help establish liminality, rather, they developed the concept of liminality to explain the dynamics of the ritual process. You conclude that with, and everything that goes with it. Again, unless you're going to bring me a research paper with everything that goes with it, that's not specific language that helps you establish that pithy thesis, the focus of what you can claim and do in this paper. So phrases like everything that goes with it, don't cut the cheese, I shouldn't say that, don't cut it because can we laugh for a minute here? I'm under a lot of stress. Because you can't describe everything that goes with it. So it doesn't belong in the paper. Okay, having been a part of societies, I think that would be 2 words, that practice rituals that involve what they claim to be liminality. And what I liked about your phrase, what they claim to be liminality, is that you're acknowledging there that you understand they have given this name to serve as an analytical category, right? There's not a, a weighable thing that could walk into my room that's liminality. Liminality is simply like a pair of glasses. It is a frame that they develop that allows information to pop up meaningfully across cultures for its repeated appearance. That the dynamic of this middle stage is found across, and they've given it a name so that then you can discuss what is happening in the betwixt and between stage. So, having been a part of societies that practice rituals helps them to explain exactly what it is. And the reader is going to be a little confused if I try to put that into words. What I understand you saying, it might be based on their experiences studying ritual processes. They had vivid information regarding let me try to get back to you. This is hard. This is why we revise. This is why we work at this stuff. Having been a part of societies that practice rituals helps them to be able to explain exactly what it is. In their work as anthropologists, observing the ritual practice carefully, they were able to develop this concept through the power of their experiences. Is that what you're getting at? Now, so that's one process. The next process is, does that belong in a thesis statement? Because one of the things you can't do to substantiate that claim is to say, in my interview with them, they said that because they were there, they were able to describe it precisely. And unless you have somebody else who interviewed them, what you're suggesting here is that you know why they could do their work. And that's beyond what we can do in 3 pages. And that's probably beyond what anyone can make claims about. And this is that darn tricky precision of your words in an academic setting. The nice thing is, ask yourself every time you said something, how would I substantiate that claim? In this case, it means, how would I substantiate that their experiences impacted their precision and clarity in developing this term? That would be a hard one to substantiate. So that's how I approach the thesis sentence. I really appreciate that you were brave enough to pitch one out there. I think it'll be helpful to you and to others to zero in now that we are not making broad or general claims here. You've got to show me that you have read enough of these references, this one being a great one. I'm going to add this URL to the week 4 assignment so that you can go straight there. That you can define the concept, you can describe its intellectual history, how Van Gennep started it, Turner picked it up, and I'll let that be my goodbye. So thanks.